David Weigan, 10 minutes of daily reality. Heading towards Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And I'll tell you, the magic of Santa Claus is in the air. I call it Bezos Claus. That's right. Jeff Bezos is the new Santa Claus. As he delivers packages non-stop throughout the holiday season. I mean, Amazon Claus, you can call it, for those of you who don't want to call him Bezos Claus. I think Amazon Claus is a good version of it because they will positively guarantee delivery before Christmas Eve. They should really have Santa on all their people who deliver Amazon should really be dressed up in Santa costumes and just allow the full-forced Amazon Claus come out. Anyway, the other day I had a fun conversation with my daughter. We talked about babies. You know, how babies hang out in the womb and they've got all this beautiful water around it, and then all of a sudden they come out and there's all these scary people that are looking at them. And my daughter thought it was really funny. And I was saying, man, do you remember what you were thinking? You know, of course, nobody ever remembers back then, but imagine when you're born, all of a sudden you're in this warm, beautiful cushion, this cocoon, this warm water, absolutely amazing environment. Then all of a sudden you just go and you squeeze through this thing that's really super tight, and you got to get your head mushed together and your arms and everything is contorted, and you go through the birth canal, and then all of a sudden you spit out on some cold metal table, and they cut the thing that was feeding you your entire existence on the planet. And then all of a sudden you look up and look around. No wonder why babies cry. They see all these scary people that look like aliens. Who are these people? They don't even know what they look like yet. There's no mirrors inside a womb. There's nothing that shows you that you're a human being. You have absolutely no concept of what you look like. And here you are staring at some nurse, staring at some doctor. They have all got masks on, which is scary to begin with anyway, because if you think about it, if people are hovering over you in masks and you wake up from a beautiful 9-month existence somewhere in the dark, and the first thing you see is people looking at masks, you say to yourself, whoa, wonder why, that's why babies cry. Because of this scary thing they're seeing. And then all of a sudden, you're put on somebody. Here, skin-to-skin contact time. Oh, wait. This smells like the outside might smell like the inside. And then all of a sudden, from primal instincts, you know it's your mother. But it's an interesting concept, being born. Turtles, when they're born on a beach. And then all of a sudden, instinctually, they got to run to the water. But they're not really running. They're basically waddling their way very, very slowly. And the fact is about 85 to 90% of them actually are born and they die instantly. Because there are birds waiting for them to literally go and make the walk to the sea, so they're able to then go, the sea turtles, they're able to then go and actually live and go into this gigantic ocean. I mean, I can't imagine, having waves crack down on my head when I'm like an hour old. But 90% of them don't even live. So the fact is, here you are, you get to go and you get to be born and you get to live and you get to say, aha, yay, I'm alive, the sun feels great. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, from the sky, there's this gigantic thing coming at you 3,000 miles an hour, picks you off, swallows you whole, and you're dead. You got to live for 30 seconds. That's a rough existence. If you think about the birth process for animals and humans and so many and anything, it's a rough existence. If you're a fish, we happen to have a fish tank, and you're a molly, and you give birth in a fish tank. The fish are really little, so they look like little brine shrimp. So the other fish thinks it's food. So all of a sudden you spit out of your mom, and you go and you swim, and you're like, oh, yay, this is so cool. And then whoosh, a swordtail comes and just swallows you whole. Well, you're gone. That was your existence. So if you believe in that souls come back and they come back into things, can you imagine if you're a soul and you were once a human, you come back as a turtle and you get to relive your second life in the matter of 30 seconds? Or if you're born from the belly of a molly, you literally are eaten by a swordtail before you were even able to exist and have any life. Which gets me to the whole point of today, your life. You see, human life is basically guaranteed. You're born in a hospital. You get to walk and look and live. You have someone that takes care of you. You're not a dog that gets born and then all of a sudden you're thrown out on the street because you're a stray dog, and then all of a sudden you go to the pound and the rich person from Beverly Hills comes and looks at you and picks your litter mate, and then the person who lives in the slums picks you, and all of a sudden, okay, you're not a rich dog. I always wondered that with dogs. You know, when dogs drive through really nice neighborhoods, do they look around and say to themselves, woof, oh my God, wow. How come I live in this shithole with 17 people in my apartment? Or how about the homeless dogs? I love that. They have that in LA. They have the homeless person who's standing there in a street corner and they have their dog there looking really cute. But the dog is actually thinking to themselves, how the fuck did I lose the lottery in this life? Why am I homeless? I don't want to be homeless. Yeah, this guy's really nice and he's super cool and he uses me to beg, but holy shit. I don't really want to be homeless. I see these people driving around in beautiful Range Rovers. How come I just can't go home in one of them? It's luck of the draw. It really is. In animal kingdom, it's luck of the draw. You can be a coyote born and your mother coyote gives birth and you live in the hills of LA, where there's a chance that you're going to get hit by a car one day. It's all luck of the draw. You can be a dog and you can be adopted, as I talked about, and you can be adopted by a poor family that uses and abuses you, or another family that's full of people that want to just leave you outside no matter how cold the weather is, because they believe that dogs are there, but dogs are not there to love and they're not part of the family. It's all luck of the draw. But when it comes down to your life isn't luck of the draw. You might be born into a poor family. Your mother might be a crack addict. You might be put up for adoption. You might live in foster homes. Dr. Wayne Dyer, one of the best, most inspirational people in the world, grew up in a foster home for part of his life. But the thing is, no matter where you grow up, you have a choice in your life to change and to grow and to evolve. You're not a turtle that's destined for the 100-yard sprint to the ocean. You're not a dog that was born and thrown into a shitty living condition. You can't escape it. You can be born into poverty, and in this country, you can make the most of it. You can be born with parents that are emotional abusers, and you can find the strength to get past all that. You have a choice. And that's the beauty of being a human being. Even though you come out of the womb and it's really scary and you got these people in masks looking over you and someone cuts the umbilical cord and slaps you on the ass and you start crying and you're put on this person who should be and is your mother, and then you're being held and then you're put in an incubator and then you're put in a bassinet and then you're thrown all over the place, you still get to evolve and grow up. You're not an animal who has very random existence. You're not adopted by a homeless person who tortures you on the street when you get to see rich dogs drive by in their Range Rovers. You have a choice. You have an opportunity to create the life that you want. You have an opportunity to do what you want, to be who you want. No matter what your upbringing is, no matter what your parents did to you, no matter how much programming you have conscious choice as an adult to do what you want, be who you want, and evolve into whoever you want to be. If you're not doing that, maybe we should throw you with a homeless person on the street. You can be their pet. And you can look at the people driving around in the Mercedes and the Range Rovers who made conscious choices to be wealthy and to make money. And you could sit there and feel in misery and feel trapped in your existence. You are not trapped in your existence. If you are not doing what you want to do, if you're not being who you want to be, then you are really just an animal that is trapped in their existence. Your programming is bullshit. You have the strength to get past your programming. You can do it now. Merry almost Christmas. Pass this on to all the animals who feel trapped. Post a like on the social media things and do whatever you need to do and have yourself a killer weekend.